Hi, I'm Bob Trask. Thanks for being with me. Today we're going to talk about time. Time, I think time is one of the most fascinating things there is. And one of the reasons that it's fascinating is because we keep being told by physicists that there's no such thing as time, or that time and space are the same thing. And so how does that relate? Because my life is going by and time is, I'm supposed to be somewhere at a certain time, and if I'm late, then they say you're not on time, and so time seems to be pretty darn important. So is it just an illusion? And how does it affect my life? How does it affect your life? Like, do we have a certain amount of time to live? And how long would you like to live? How long? And do you have a choice? Well, I think you do have a choice. And today I'm going to show you how to extend your life in several ways because I've studied this thing called time and I've studied how time and life affect each other. And I think our time together may free your mind and change your life. Oscar Wilde, the author, said to live is the rarest thing in the world. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That's all. Yes, we do want more than just to exist, don't we? We want to be enchanted and fully thrilled to be here, to be living this life. Author Maya Angelou agreed with Oscar Wilde. She said, life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Ooh, how cool is that? In this reality, right here, right now, I'm making decisions that change every part of my life, including my body, including my aging body. Then let's focus on that for just a bit because we can actually live longer and live fuller lives than we've ever thought we could. You know about telomeres? Telomeres are the caps or the extensions on the ends of our chromosomes. They're a bit like the plastic ends on our shoelaces. And each time our cells divide, those telomeres get shorter and shorter until finally there's cell death and our bodies die. For all of human existence, there was never a way to extend the lives of those telomeres, but now there is. Compounds such as rapamycin, resveratrol, and metformin can actually slow or even reverse cellular aging. And also, there are 5 easy daily changes we can make to extend the lives of our telomeres. I'm going to tell you what those are. 5 easy daily changes. Easy. They're easy. Goes back to that question, how long do you want to live? Number 1, if we eat according to the Mediterranean diet, we'll live longer. Our telomeres will be happier and we'll live longer. So if you go look online and find out what the Mediterranean diet is, it's not punitive. I mean, you get fruits and vegetables and fish and all kinds of really wonderful stuff. Secondly, to meditate regularly. Oh, now I know. A lot of people say, well, I've tried to meditate and I can't meditate. I get all these thoughts going on in my mind, and that's an undisciplined mind. It's undisciplined. Our minds decide where our lives are going, and yet we don't control our minds. We need to discipline our minds. We need to take control of our minds. Who is this we? Aren't we our minds? No, we're not. We're not our minds. We're the people who say, my mind. Who's saying my? That's who we are. And we control our minds. And if we meditate regularly, and I know when we first start, boy, these thoughts are just banging around in our minds, and yeah, it just seems like it's impossible. But if you stay with it, Go online and turn on some meditation music. You can find that on Google. Just go to Google and type in meditation music. Oh, they've got some beautiful, beautiful meditation music. And you can listen to that gentle music and you can stay in your mind. All you need to do is watch your breathing. Start easy. I've got a 5-minute weekly meditation. You can go online, just look Bob Trask 5-minute weekly meditation or Bob Trask meditation, and there it is. And you can go just listen to that guided meditation and do it as often as you want. And every week there's a new one. So we need to meditate regularly. When I meditate now, when I first started, it was like crazy for me. Oh man. I was a free diver, and the reason I learned to meditate was because then I could dive deeper, hold my breath longer, be more comfortable underwater. All kinds of miraculous things started happening. Fish started coming to me. Fish started following me. Whales, a mother whale with her baby came to me. That made, I mean, incredible things happen when you meditate. You become part of this world, part of nature, part of the flow. It's really, really a beautiful thing. And your telomeres will love you because they'll stay long. Neck is get 7 to 9 hours of restorative sleep every night. 7 to 9 hours. Make it happen. Do whatever you need to do. See the doctor, do whatever you need to do, but get 7 to 9 hours of restorative sleep every night. Number 4, you might consider taking those compounds that I talked about earlier. Talk to your doctor. They can help you live longer if you want to live longer. But if you don't, if life isn't fun, then there's no sense in living longer. Make it fun, because that comes to our last one, number 5. To extend your telomeres, to live longer, play, play, play every day. Play, play. We don't play. Mostly we don't play. Kids play. We don't play. Play. Figure out something that's fun. The key word is fun. Go have fun. Psychologist and author Charles Schaefer said, "We are never more fully alive, more completely ourselves, or more deeply engrossed in anything than when we're at play." What Charles Schaefer is really asking is, do we really want to live longer? Are we happy with our lives now? And if not, then let's find out how to make them more fun. Many of us are living lives of desperation, aren't we? We don't laugh enough. We don't cry enough. We don't hear enough great music. We don't see enough great art. And now, wait a minute. I didn't say we don't listen to enough great music. I said we don't hear enough great music. There's a difference between listening and hearing. And I didn't say we don't look at enough great art. I said we don't see enough great art. There's a difference between looking at it and seeing it. When we see it, when we hear it, it goes into our souls. It becomes who we are. And nature, we don't spend enough time in nature. And nature is our cradle. It's our cradle. It's where we came from. It's where we go back to. It's our natural home and it's our healer. Nature, when we allow it, can bring us the peace and quality of life that we need to live forever. Here's singer Ashley Smith's desire for us. Here's what Ashley Smith has to say. Life is full of beauty. Notice it. Notice the bumblebee, a small child, the smiling faces. Smell the rain. Feel the wind. Live your life to the fullest potential and fight for your dreams. Here's an example of living in such a way that you're totally fulfilled. So imagine that you're on a boat. You're your own little boat. It's a really nice little boat, and your boat's going along, and you come to this place and you drop anchor, and now your boat's stopped, and over here is an island, and it's not far away. It's only 100 feet, or excuse me, 100 yards or 100 meters away, just 100 meters away. And here you are, and you're going to jump into the water, and that's the beginning of your life. And you're going to swim to the island, and the length of that distance, that's the length of your life. That's it. That's it. That's all you got. 100 meters, 100 yards. That's it. The length of a football field. That's it. That's all you've got. So here you do. You jump off the boat, and what most people do is they swim to the island. Now, there's a rule, and that's that you must keep moving forward. You can't back up. You can't like become Benjamin Button and get younger and younger. You've got to keep moving forward. You've got to keep aging always. Got to keep moving forward. But here's the thing. When you jump off the boat and you can swim to the island, but here's the surface of the water. You can also learn to swim down. I was a free diver. I could swim down 100 feet or more and then come back up and swim down. Well, now if you take all those ups and downs and you stretch those all out, then how long is my life? Then how long is your life? And one of those times when you're coming up from a dive and you come up to the surface, you decide to just keep going and you go up. That's in meditation. You go up higher and higher. And so, yes, your life gets longer and longer and longer and longer. You have to keep moving forward. What? A micro millimeter of a tiny distance forward with each dive. Because if you're excited about life and you're focused on life, on what's happening right now, in this alwaysness, which I call the now, the alwaysness, and this alwaysness of this instant, if you're focused on that and you're enjoying that, and your heart's open and your mind's open and your brains are open and all your cells are open, then you're alive. Then you're moving, you're barely moving forward. The people that are bored, yeah, they're just got a beautiful stroke going. They're just kicking and stroking and they're heading for the island. And it's okay. That's their lives. I don't want to do that. So now we're talking about more than our physical telomeres. We're talking about our spiritual telomeres. Those physical telomeres determine how long and how well we'll live. And as time goes by, those telomeres get shorter and shorter, don't they? If only there was a way, that would stop that shortening. If only there was a way to slow that down or stop it. Oh, but wait, there is. There is. We can actually change those physical telomeres with our minds. With our minds. You ready for this? Neuroscientist Jacobo Greenberg was one of the greatest researchers of consciousness. And he discovered that the body is merely a reflection of the mind. The body is merely a reflection of the mind. He found that by changing the mind, we can actually reverse the impact of time on our bodies. Let me say that again, because this is really important. By changing our minds, we can actually reverse the impact of time on our bodies. In other words, the illusion of time can damage our telomeres, but we can now reverse that damage. And the secret is simply in a thing called coherence, in having our minds, our hearts, our bodies vibrating in perfect harmony. That's playing. That's playing. That's enjoying life. That's hearing music. That's seeing art. That's dancing. That's singing out loud. That's laughing and laughing more. That's watching little kids and feeling our hearts go out to them and be with them. It's our bodies, our minds, and our hearts vibrating in perfect harmony, in harmony with nature, in harmony with what is. Then our biological clocks slow down and our neurons begin reorganizing every cell and making new what seemed to be lost. So yes, time is changeable. Time is changeable. Greenberg discovered that space and time are not fixed, but exist only as our perceptions. So if I had known that when I was freediving, if I had known that in all the years that I worked, well, I didn't actually work to live longer. I mean, I'm really young for my age, and I'm going to live well into my hundreds, and I'm just enjoying every moment of life, and it's just filled. It's filled with agony and ecstasy, both, and I'm enjoying them on both sides. But if I had known then that I could actually change time by changing my mind, whew, that would have been really cool. But I know it now, and I'm teaching it to you today, that those perceptions are shaped by the mind, and those perceptions change our thinking. And every thought creates an emotion. So we think, and every thought creates an emotion. Whatever you're thinking right now, there's an emotional component to that. And that emotion generates a vibration. And that vibration has a direct excuse me, a direct influence on our body. So our thoughts really determine how time acts on the body. Our thinking can create harmonious emotions and can vibrate in harmony with hearts and brains and keep us young. In experiments with meditators and with shamans, Greenberg watched their metabolism slow, and their time change. Their time changed. It wasn't the same as when they started. And then he saw cellular rejuvenation, saw cellular rejuvenation. Let me say again that he saw meditators change time and actually renew their cells. He saw that when the mind is in harmony with emotions and with nature, that one's attention and intention are clear and the body systems harmonize and the cells heal and the telomeres heal. The aging of your body then can only be stopped. But the effects, the telomeres, the aging of your body cannot only be stopped, but the effects of time can be reversed. The aging can be stopped and the effects of aging can be reversed. You can do that today. How far can you go? How far can you go? If you live a broader, wider, deeper life, more filled with enchantment, more filled with play, more filled with beauty, more filled with singing and dancing and music and children and gardens and flowers and hikes in the forest and time on the ocean or time on the beach. If you do that, if you were willing to do that, your life will be wider, 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 deeper, deeper, deeper. And because of the fact that you are now in harmony with the universe, in harmony with nature, in harmony with your heart and your brain, in harmony, in coherence with everything, then you're moving so slowly and so beautifully. You're dancing as a ballet dancer, a ballerina, to the most gorgeous music. And life isn't like, time is not like a river flowing by here, and that we're a leaf on the river and just slipping on by. That's not how time is. It's not moving at all. And if we change the way we see time, then time changes. If we change the way we see time, then time itself will change. And then the time-related damage to ourselves will reverse. And what about those aging telomeres? Well, telomeres are made of cells, and cells are made of subatomic particles, and subatomic particles are made of vibrations, and thoughts are vibrations. So what vibrations are our thoughts sending to our bodies right now? Because our bodies are vibrations, and our thoughts are vibrations. And our thoughts are building our bodies, are controlling our bodies. So are those vibrations in harmony with truth of now, with the universe? Are my emotions loving emotions? Am I relaxed and harmonious? Am I living in the now, in this alwaysness? Or am I living in fantasy, in movies of the past that I just replay over and over again, telling me who I am and telling me who I'm not? Those memories aren't truth. They have nothing to do with the now, nothing to do with this alwaysness. If I'm writing a letter with a pen and a paper, and I have my pen down on the paper, where my pen touches the paper is now. That's now. And as I write, the ink stains behind, those are the past. And in the future, I'm creating as I move forward. But if my mind drifts, or if I get into my guilt or my shame or some of my old junk, then my mind drifts and then my pen goes off. And after a while, I may even be just scribbling. And how many people do you know whose lives are just scribbles? Mine has, at times during my life, were scribbles. They're not anymore. Don't let your life be scribbles. Keep your intention clear and stay in the now. And your letter will be what you want it to be. And you'll be writing your life, and it'll be the one you want it to be. And in just this way, you and I are writing the reality of our telomeres by our focus and our attention and our intention. So the mission is simply to be in balance and harmony with the now. The easiest way to do that is through meditation. And that meditative state of coherence does not end when we stop meditating. It continues on throughout our day. And then we see that time slows down. It will no longer be determined by the clock on the wall. So our spiritual telomeres are ones being formed by our harmonious minds, from which we then send out clear intentions to live the long and healthy lives we want and we have a right to. And time doesn't exist as a reality. It doesn't. It doesn't exist as a reality. Every scientist will tell you that. The only time is right here, right now, and all existence is present in this alwaysness. I want to end today by quoting a couple of people. I want to start with Donna Fargo, who was a high school teacher. I mean, when she was a kid down in Carolina, she sang and she liked to sing, and she never thought of herself as a singer, but she liked to sing. She went through college and she got her teaching degree, and she became a high school teacher, and she was teaching literature and English, but she still loved music. And one day she decided to just let go of work and go play. And now she's a very famous country and Western singer. Donna Fargo, thank you. And she said she has a message for us today. She said, decide that life is good and that you are special. Decide that. Decide to enjoy today. Decide that. Decide that you will live life to the fullest now, no matter what. Trust that you will change what needs changing, but also decide that you're not going to put off enjoying life just because you don't have everything you want right now. Steadfastly refuse to let anything steal your joy. Choose to be happy, and you will be. And I want to go back and quote Oscar Wilde again because he's one of the champions of today. Oscar Wilde said, live the wonderful life that is in you. Let nothing be lost upon you. Be always searching for new sensations. Be afraid of nothing. Be always searching for new sensations. Be afraid of nothing. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Oscar. And thank all of you for being with me today. Please bring your friends to this site and click the site and subscribe, and so you can we can stay in touch with each other and and just live this life this week in the way that you know you can, as though it's eternal, because it is. Go with my love, and I'll see you next week.